the runner-ups and first runner-ups, and selling stakes. Now, in my next slide, I'll elaborate on each of these, that how the money is being distributed. So yeah. So this chart summarizes the whole business model of IPL. In the IPL, we have three major parties. Three major parties, which are BCCI, number one. Second, the 10 teams, 10 franchises we have. Number three, the players we have. Now, let's elaborate each income stream. Number one income stream, which is corporate sponsorships. Now, sponsorships can be divided into two parts. Number one is the title and associate sponsorships. We have Tata as a title sponsorship. Tata IPL, as you can see, always there's written Tata IPL, and in past we have had Vivo IPL, DLF IPL, Dream 11 IPL for a year.
Marketing.
Second, we can do is the under the this sponsorship only, we have other official sponsors, such as we have Dream 11 as an official sponsor, and third we have is the other sponsors like umpire sponsorships. Paytm is an umpire sponsor, and like that. So there is a pool created of these central sponsorships, and from that pool a central pool is created, and from that central pool 50% is kept by BCCI, and 50% of that pool is distributed among teams. 50% of that is distributed among teams equally. Second part of for the corporate sponsorship comes for the individual team sponsors. Now, talking about Chennai Super Kings, as the audience is large for CSK, as the fan base is large for CSK, therefore CSK enjoys a very high, very good premium on the individual team sponsorships. So this summarizes the first bracket, which is corporate sponsorships. Now talking about the second, which is broadcasting right, and this is the biggest income stream for any IPL team. Now, if I were to summarize media broadcasting rights, there are OTT rights, there are TV rights, there are international broadcasting rights. BCCI sells these rights and creates a pool of money out of that for the period of 5 years. Now, among that pool, 50% is kept by BCCI and 50% is again distributed among the teams equally. So this is the again a income stream. Now, next comes is stadium ticket collections. Each and every team of IPL gets to play at least 7 matches on their home ground. Okay. Let's take an example of Gujarat Titans. If I take an example of Gujarat Titans, which is going to play against Chennai Super Kings in finals tomorrow, then take an example of Narendra Modi Stadium, which is the home ground of CSK. No, sorry, Gujarat Titans. If let's say 10 crore rupees is generated as a revenue from the sale of tickets or from Gujarat Titans match at Narendra Modi Stadium, 80% of that, like 8 crore rupees, will be given to the team itself, Gujarat Titans itself, and 20% is kept by BCCI. So that is the structure, and same is the case with all other teams. For CSK, it is the same, 80%, 20%. On CSK's home ground, whenever a revenue is generated from ticket sale, 80% will be given to CSK. So this is one income stream. Now, last 2 income streams left are merchandise sale. You can check that Chennai Super Kings, having such a huge fan following, such a huge fan base, loyal fan base, a very good amount of revenue is generated by merchandise sales, such as t-shirts, flags, watches, shorts, and other fashion accessories like that, caps. So you can order the merchandise from their official website as well, ChennaiSuperKings.com. You can see there is a huge catalog of available merchandises. So that's a revenue stream. And last but not least is the prize money. Talking about the prize money, so initial, if we go to 2008, the prize money used to be around 2 crore 80 lakh for the winning team, which has almost increased 8-fold to 20 crore per year last year. So 20 crore, if I were to take the same amount for this year as well, So if CSK wins, it will get 20 crore rupees as the prize money. So these are the basically income streams for any IPL team, and this is the IPL business model. I hope I am making myself clear. If so, let's go to the next slide. Okay, so doing the math of all these proceeds, we have came across these numbers. So these are the numbers. These are the revenue which Chennai Super Kings is definitely going to earn over the next years, because there are definite contracts of sponsorships, definite contracts of broadcasting rights with the right owners and BCCI, and therefore these income streams are definite, like they will occur. There is no if and but here. Okay, so if I were to calculate the title plus official sponsors, that how much CSK will get from that pie, from that big pie, how much will the CSK get? That amount comes at around 20 crore plus per year. Same is the case with team sponsors. As I mentioned, and I'll reiterate here, that because CSK is such a brand, it enjoys a very good premium on individual team sponsorships. Earlier data suggests that team sponsorship for CSK used to be around 50 to 52 crore, which now have increased to over 100 crores. Third is the broadcasting right. Last year auction was a very shocking for whole world, I will say, because the broadcasting rights, the overall broadcasting rights for IPL were sold for over $5 billion, $5 to $6 billion. Like that amount is so huge that whole world was shocked. So, and headlines were made all over the world. And now if I do the math, that out of that 48,390 crores, how much will CSK get each year for next 5 years? It comes at around 480 plus crores. For ticket sales, the amount has been around 25 crore. So it has been ranging between 20 crore to 35 crore. For the being conservative, I have taken the number as 25 crores. Now, if I sum up these numbers, the sum comes at around 625 crore plus. And here I have not mentioned two things, which are merchandise sale and prize money. Because these two income streams are not definite,
you can unmute yourself and talk.
yeah. So I was saying that here I haven't added two numbers basically. One is merchandise sale and second is prize money. Now, why I haven't added these two numbers is like because we don't know that every year whether CSK will earn prize money or not. While this year we are hoping that CSK earns, and we will hope that every year CSK earns. Second is merchandise sale. Now we can't have any specific number for that, so we can take assumptions. Now, being very conservative, I have taken an assumption of 75 crore rupees from merchandise sale and prize money, which CSK will get. And the total revenue comes at 700 crores. Now you will be shocked to know that in financial year 21-22, CSK earned a total revenue of 350 crores. And now we are talking of a revenue of 700 crores, which is directly double. Okay, so now taking things further, I'll quickly take you to our very good research report created by our research team, our in-house research team of Planify Capital. I hope you can see my screen for research report. Okay, so let's take numbers here. Yeah. So as I told you, financial year 22, it earned a revenue of 340 crores, 350 crores, and now we are talking of a revenue of 700 crore plus, just directly double. Now, if I were to tell you the PE ratio, which at current price comes at around 160. Now 160 PE ratio over the revenue of 349 crore. If we were to do the math, let's talk numbers here. Okay. Now, financial year 2021, 22 have been outliers because of COVID. IPL got disrupted. Ticket sales were not there because people weren't allowed to visit stadiums. IPL was moved to their Middle East as well. So there were huge expenses and revenue streams got lost. Therefore, margins were little compressed. If I were to look at historical, let's look at the FY 2019 number, which was like very normal year and can give us very good idea. Okay. So if I do the math, over the revenue of 417 crores, there was a profit of 111 crores, which is roughly 25% of the revenue. Now, if I take the same number, or even being more conservative, I take the PAT percentage at 20%, then we are talking of a revenue of 700 crore plus. We are talking of a profit of 140 crore plus, which is almost 4.6, 4.7 times the profit of FY 22, which was 32 crores. Okay. Now, if I take this 5 times number, 160, or if let's say 4 times, 160 crore, 160, the PE, which is 160, currently will get adjusted after the earnings of around 140 euros to 40 to 45, which is very, very less as compared to the historical PE of CSK, which has been around 100. You will be shocked to know that CSK used to trade at a price of 320 when the earnings were like 110, 111 crores, or even after that. As I told you that things have been like very outlier for last 3 years. It used to enjoy a PE of 100, 110 over the earnings. Recently, as earnings reduced in FY 22 because of COVID second wave, we had March, April, May of 2021 as like very deadly months for our country. Therefore, IPL got postponed, even got transferred to Middle East. Therefore, there were less income streams and pressures on margins. I hope I am making myself clear. So talking of this, so that makes Chennai Super King a very good investment opportunity currently. Next, if I were to look at ownership, like who are the players running the show? So we have Mr. N. Srinivasan as chairman of the board of directors of Chennai Super Kings. Now, if I look at Mr. Srinivasan, he himself is a veteran who has worked in the cricket industry. As you can see, he used to be a former president of BCCI, and like he knows the things. Therefore, we can say that management is very strong. Now, if I were to tell you who are the major investors in Chennai Super Kings, then we can have a look at that India Cements, which is the owner of Chennai Super Kings, which started Chennai Super Kings, holds around 30% of CSK, while LIC owns around 6%, and there is this company called Sri Sarada Logistics, which owns at around 6.9%. Also, I would like to mention that there is a very veteran investor invested in Chennai Super Kings, who is Mr. Radhakishan Damani, owner of Avenue Supermarts, D-Mart. He is also a big investor in CSK. So I can say that, yeah, people are investing in CSK and we can bet on CSK as well. Well, one last thing I would like to mention is I would like to take you through one more data. So basically, this is the data I have came across, which is the brand valuation, Okay, so let's look at this brand valuation of Chennai Super Kings. Chennai Super Kings as of now is valued at around 9,400 crores, which is around $1.1 billion, which makes it a unicorn. IPL itself is a decacorn, like 10 billion plus valuation. Now, the appreciation in brand value has been good in last 15 years. Now, but what about the future? So looking at the future, I would like to show you this. Look at the Lucknow Super Giants and Gujarat Titans. These are the two new teams which got introduced last year. Now look at the gap. A 15-year team getting a valuation of 9,400 crores, while a very new team getting a valuation of 8,800 crores. Now we can see that the valuation gap is huge. Chennai Super Kings with such huge audience and visibility getting a valuation of 9,400 crores is not justified, and therefore we are betting that it will increase in future, definitely. So that was the end of my info. I would like to open the house for question and answer. So if I would like to open the house for question and answer. I think there is again a problem with my camera. I can't or switch on. Well, no worries, no problem. Yeah.
That's
So-
that's fine, Dhruv, even if the camera has some technical glitch. So, like Dhruv mentioned, I request everyone to unmute their mic and talk about any queries or doubt that you were asking us when we called you. So please go ahead and ask the questions. You can speak. I would request you to speak instead of chat one by one without making it a very chaotic session.
For investment, you can contact B Invest. Ms. Sapna will help you.
Yeah, we will be sharing you the form link. So you can just fill up the form. You'll get a personal call from our team members.
Hello, this is Krishna. So my question is, what is the minimum investment and what would be the locking period for this?
The minimum ticket with from B Invest is 1 lakh and it is at rupees 168 per share. And we suggest you to keep the shares for at least 4 years on, so that you get fruitful results for your investment.
So just my question would be, this will be invested in the stock market or how it will be invested? So I'm not clear on that part.
Through you to
Okay,
explain them
I'll
about
answer
the
that.
unlisted segment. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll answer that. So this is same as the listed market. Let's take an example that you go to your broker and ask for Reliance Industry share. Your broker will go to NSE or BSE and will buy from there. So NSE or BSE are marketplace here. Here you are coming to us. It's just like that market, equity market. You are saying that I want to buy Chennai Super King shares, this much shares, and these shares are then credited to your demat account. So that's how the process works.
Hey, hi,
Okay.
Dhruv.
Yeah. Hi.
Yeah. What is the purpose of this issue actually? I mean, how are they going to utilize these funds that they're raising now? I mean,
Okay, got it. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, so there is a confusion here, I guess. So this is not a primary fundraise, basically. These are the secondary shares, like just like the listed market, secondary market. Your funds are not directly into going to Chennai Super Kings.
so I mean, is there any early investors exit or how are the?
Yeah.
I mean, is it-
Yeah, so that is the basically case that any earlier investor is exiting or selling the stake,
Oh.
selling their shares, and people are.
Okay.
It's just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
one
Thank you.
investor selling,
Yeah.
another buying.
Got it. Thank you.
అవసరం మార్కెట్ కి డబ్బులు తీయడానికి కావట్లేదు ఏదైనా మనం అయితే ఏజెంట్లు వస్తారు మార్కెట్ రేట్ పెరిగిపోవడం వల్ల చిన్న స్లోగా అలా
Hi, Dhruv. What is the benefit of going to the B invest on these shares? What if we directly invest, and what is the difference? Can you explain that?
Can you be more elaborative, like in which two things you want.
Is this shares that are listed in stock exchange, or we should definitely must go through the B investment only?
These shares are not listed in stock markets. You can go through only and only through B invest if you want to invest in Chennai Super Kings.
And you will be investing in stock market, or where is our money going?
So it's kind of a let's take it as a escrow facility. Okay. So let's take B Invest as a marketplace. You are an investor, and there is one more investor coming to the same marketplace. You want to invest in Chennai Super Kings, and other person wants to exit Chennai Super Kings. So here B Invest is working as an escrow, that it will take shares from the seller, take money from the buyer, and swap both. So it works like that.
Okay, is there any transparency that we can monitor our profits or loss?
Yeah, you can. So basically, shares will be credited to your Demat account. So shares are your property in your Demat account. Prices you can track through B Invest. So anytime you want to know that what's the price, moreover, also you can download Planify's app for monitoring prices.
Okay, thank you. Will there be any recommendations as well if the prices are going high or down? If I want to invest more, or if I want to sell my shares, will there be whom I should approach, or will there be any recommendations from your side?
We will be taking care from B Invest if there is any opportunity where we think you can clear this stock. So we will guide you on that from B Invest as well. To sell your shares, you can reach out to the B Invest team. We will support and we will guide.
Okay, thank you. And one last question: how much will be charged on the profits?
No, we are not charging on the profits.
Oh.
Then if you're not charging, so what is the use of use for Happy Coin? So how
Happy Coin has no connection with this as such. Happy Coin is just a facilitating partner. So we are pitching to the Happy Coin investors as well, but we have our own crowd here who is not a Happy Coin member. So Happy Coin as such is just a platform for us. Through the Happy Coin platform, we are reaching out to the Happy Coin investors as well to pitch our product.
It's like to get more investors, right?
Yeah.
So there is no charge from the investors?
There is no outright any charge for you, which you can, I mean, it's directly the share market and your share price and your investment. There is no way, even when you are selling also, there is no, cutoff on your transactions.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Right. Can we have any more questions?
Yes, I'm having one question. So the 1 lakh what we are going to invest in Chennai Super Kings. So it was including the GST, or we need to pay 18% GST on that?
There is no GST.
No, you need not pay anything else over that. Actually, in markets, GST is not on the investment amount. GST is paid on the stamp duty paid and or any service charge. As we are not charging any service, so no case of GST. Yeah, we will be paying stamp duty, and that is on us. You not need not to worry about that.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Hi, Dhruv. Any platform fee on B Invest?
I think Ms. Sapna would be
No,
better.
sir. For now, since we are at the launching phase and we have introduced only few projects right now, few opportunities only we got. So we are not having any charges or any subscription fee to be a part of B Invest. Yes, once we go ahead, and if we feel that there could be some reasonable charges, we will keep our members informed about it. But right now, for next few months, we don't see we will be charging anything for any opportunities that is coming to you. Am I clear?
I have one more question. The IPL is about to end, right, by this year, and the next year only IPL again starts. Do we think only our profits will be generating when the IPL is live, or how it is? After tomorrow, there is a static period, right, for the next IPL. So how we get profit in this static period?
Okay. Yeah, I'll answer that. So basically, let's take Chennai Super King as a company which is providing a service of entertainment. Okay. Now, as I told you that the numbers, which the revenue streams, you can see that only and only one revenue stream is dependent on IPL, which is prize money. Other revenue streams are definite. There are long-term contracts with BCCI of title sponsors, of other sponsors, which have paid to BCCI. Okay. Second, broadcasting rights. There is a definite contract with broadcasters of BCCI, and they are paying BCCI, and BCCI is paying teams ahead. So these are definite revenue streams, and they have nothing to do with whether IPL comes, goes, occurs or not occurs. I hope I am clear.
Yeah. So even though there is no IPL live until next year, still we get some profits from the rights for the Chennai Super Kings.
True. Because see, let's look it as I told you, as an entertainment providing service who is earning. So if I see revenue numbers, profits, all these, so yeah, you will enjoy good returns.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there any plan to invest in list in NSE or BSC this one?
We are expecting that listing might happen in next 2 years, because there are 2 reasons of that. Any company which goes for an IPO has majorly 2 motives in mind. Number 1 motive is to get some proceeds, get some equity diluted and get some proceeds into the business so that business can be run forward. Here, this doesn't seem to be the case. Second case is the providing liquidity to earlier huge investors who have invested earlier. Okay. Now, for CSK, we can definitely see that there is a second possibility. CSK is a cash-rich business. It doesn't need money, but it need to provide liquidity to its investors. And IPO can come for that part only. Because we have seen in past that whenever there is a stake sale in private markets, it is generally included in the term sheets that the company will be coming for an IPO in, let's say, next 2 years, 3 years, whatever the period, so that liquidity can be generated. So yeah, definitely we can expect an IPO soon for CSK as well.
So now the shares you mentioned, it directly comes to our demat account. That means I have Zerodha. I can see the Zerodha.
Okay, here one more myth I would like to clear. Zerodha is your broker and your demat lies with CDSL. These are 2 different parties. Okay. Now you can see your investments in Zerodha app only and only if you have made that investment through Zerodha, because Zerodha has that data with them. The investment you make here in unlisted market, the shares will be in your demat account, will be in your CDSL demat, but they won't be visible into the Zerodha account, but they will be visible into your demat holdings. So for that, you can download, there's an app, I will write in the chat. So for CDSL users, you can download My Easy app of CDSL. Here you can see your holdings. Okay. And for NSDL users, you can download an app which is Speedy app. Okay, these 2 apps you can download as per your requirement. Now the one more benefit I will tell you of downloading this, because many people don't know about this. You might have purchased any ETFs, you might have purchased any mutual funds. Now this will show you that whether these units are in your demat account or not. So this can stop you from getting defrauded as well. Okay. So please download these apps. You can see all of your holdings, whether in CDSL, whether in NSDL, on these apps, and you will be able to see your CSK holdings in them as well.
Dhruv, is there any other franchises for like Chennai Super Kings, like any Mumbai Indians, like with any other franchises, or only particular Super Kings for now?
I would like to answer that. Sir, every week from B Invest, you will be getting very curated, iterated and shortlisted pre-IPO opportunity, subject to availability, of course, but whichever is the most trending and most lucrative to invest will be coming forward every week. Every week we are having this plan. Starting from this week, we did yesterday, and now here on it will be coming every Friday or Saturday. We will keep you posted on that. If you have any specific
Can we
query to
expect
invest in any other script, you can just fill up the form. We will get back to you for the scripts that are right now available with us.
Thank you.
Yeah, one more query. What will be the minimum return that which are paid per return?
Hello. Yeah, so your voice was very bleak. I couldn't hear you properly. Can you please
Yeah,
come back?
what will be the minimum returns per 1 lakh to invest for 1 year? What will be the minimum? It will be 2x or 3x.
Okay. So as I told you, as the number suggests, and after taking into account the adjusted PE as well, we are expecting a return of basically 2.5 to 3 times over next 2 to 3 years. So you can very easily expect a price of 400 plus on CSK.
Okay.
Can we expect a profit distribution before IPO?
That is the case of selling the shares before IPO, and for that the B Invest will support you.
Okay, one more. In case if the team is not performing well for next 2 to 3 years, it will only impact the ticket pricing revenue, right? Except that all the revenues will be constant, right?
Yeah, all the revenues will be constant. Only thing that will be affected, not even ticket sales, because see, IPL stadiums are always full, whether the team is like playing good or not playing good. You can never see a IPL stadium empty. So ticket sales is also, I think, not gonna get affected. One prize money is the amount which they might not get, but that amount is very small. Like 20 crore out of 700 crore is a very small amount.
It may affect from the sponsors. Any chance from the sponsors if the team is not performing well?
We have there has been a gap also when CSK has not won, but we haven't seen a drop in sponsors. Sponsors come because
Okay,
if you
thanks,
see,
Dhruv.
yeah.
Hello, one question. Actually,
Yeah,
if the company is listed in stock exchange, we'll see dividends or stock splits happening. Correct. So will it happen in this stock as well? CSK?
Yes. In unlisted market, dividends are also given, stock splits, bonuses, everything happen, and you are always eligible for all these corporate actions, just like listed market.
Even before listing in stock exchange also.
Yes, true. I would like to give you an example as well. You must have heard that Tata Technologies is soon coming for an IPO, right? But before filing papers for IPO, Tata Technologies announced a stock split of one stock was splitted into 5, and there was a bonus as well, 1:1 bonus. So one stock converted into 10 shares, one share converted to 10 shares, and each and every shareholder, even the pre-IPO shareholders, got these credited into their demat accounts. So for every corporate action, you are eligible.
Okay. And one more thing, suppose if other franchises also coming, for the IPOs like CSK, so the whatever you said, the definite incomes, right? So they will be same for all the teams, right?
They will be same. Broadcasting rights will be same, and the title and official sponsorship income will be same. Individual team income will depend, or individual team sponsorship will depend on the kind of fan following they have. Merchandise sale will depend over the fan following they have and prize money. So that's the case.
Okay.
Hi, Dhruv. Is this CSK IPO share was there from long or it's a new one now? Sorry if I missed. You already explained this.
Sorry, can you please come again?
CSK IPO share is there from long or it's a new one?
Not from long. It have been available in markets from last 3 to 4 years.
Okay. So any examples of who invested first? What is the minimum returns for them?
Okay, if I were to tell you price history, then around 2018 and 2019 beginning, that was the period CSK started coming to market shares. And because CSK shares came into market and they came at a price of around 35-36 rupees. Okay, this price increased to 320 plus rupees. And
Is it
then
the current
COVID,
price?
yeah, 320 plus. These are the historical prices I'm giving you.
Okay. Okay. Proceed.
Okay, historical price history I am giving you. The market history. Around 320 it went, but then, as I told you, revenues got increased. Revenues got decreased because there were no ticket sales. Expenses increased because of the bio bubble they had to create for players, and margins got pressurized, and the price got decreased to around 150, 155, and now it's at around 170 rupees, 168 as quoted by Venus currently.
Okay.
What is the main reason for engaging a private investors?
Are you asking from the prospect of Chennai Super Kings?
Right, because existing investors can enjoy the benefits, right, for next 5 years or 10 years. Why they are going out to raise the funds or allowing other investors?
Okay, okay. I would like to again reiterate that this is not a fundraise. This is just like listed market. This is also a secondary sale of shares, like very early investors exiting and new investors getting in. This is not a fundraise, and Chennai Super Kings is not directly engaging private investors. It's just like a share trading that happens on listed.
Yeah, hi. One question.
Hi.
If global recession comes, we already seen we are so many countries are affected with corona, right?
Recessions. Yeah.
Yeah. At the time, there is no tickets and there is no fillment of seats. At the time, what will be happen? If it will be like 1 year or 2 years.
Okay, so let's take this possibility that like God never does that, but if let's see lockdown happens and there are no ticket sales, still there is a definite income of, I will again like to share my screen here. So can you see, let's remove ticket sales here. If I look at upper three figures, it comes at around 600 crore plus. This is the definite income CSK will get even if ticket sales are not happening. And moreover, merchandise sale can be added to this because merchandise will be online ordered and delivered, and that happens during lockdown as well.
But due to COVID, if all the matches are cancelled for next 2 years, then so even the sponsors or team sponsors, everything will not be happen, right? So it will be huge loss itself, correct?
Okay, sir. I would like to here mention that COVID came in 2020. IPL happened in 2020. Second wave came in 2021. IPL happened in 2021. Third wave Omicron came in 2022. Early 2022. Still IPL happened in 2022. So because it is too big to be cancelled. Can you just imagine? So many stakeholders have put in so much money that they can't afford to cancel it. It will happen. One thing can't be cancelled is the people not coming to stadiums, but IPL will happen. Matches will be played.
Okay. And one more question. So, what about
Yes.
the short-term and long-term capital gains? So, one related to this.
Okay. Taxation. I think you are looking for taxation part, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. So in unlisted, this pre-IPO taxation, there is a period of 2 years, which is considered for short-term and long-term capital gains. If you are selling your holdings before 2 years, and if there is a gain, then it is counted as a short-term capital gain, and it is taxed at 30%. STCG, short-term capital gain in this market, is taxed at 30% on your capital gains. Now coming to long-term, that if you sell your holdings after 2 years, then LTCG is 20%, but with the benefit of indexation. Your investment amount will be adjusted for inflation, and then the capital gain will be calculated over that. It's just like the capital gain calculated on real estate or properties selling. So it's just like that in indexation, and it comes really less. The amount is really low after indexation.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
ಹೇಳಿದೀನಿ ನಾವು 2-3 ಸಲ ಹೇಳಿದೀನಿ. ಇವತ್ತು 20 ರೂಪಾಯಿದ ಇಳಿಸಿದ್ರಾಗ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 5 ರೂಪಾಯಿದೇನು ಕಾಣಿಸಿಲ್ಲ.
Any other question?
Shared the form link in the chat of the meeting, and request all the investors who are looking forward to invest in this pre-IPO to fill up the form so that you will get a direct call from our team. If there are any more queries, you can please shoot now, because we are at the verge of ending the session. In next 2 minutes, we are going to end. So if there is anyone interested to ask anything, please feel free to ask.
Okay. Also, one more thing I would like to tell you, that there have been a query again and again in the chat about a lock-in period, right? So guys, there is no lock-in period before IPO. You can, there is no lock-in before IPO. As Miss Sapna told you, that we suggest to keep the shares for at least 4 years to enjoy good returns. So that is what you have to do. There is no lock-in before IPO. Yeah.
Right, Dhruv, I don't see any more questions coming in. People have filled form generously. They are seeing a lot of people interested. So sure, if there is anything that that is very technical in nature, I'll take the investors call in conference with yours. Okay, for now, sure. We are good to end this session. Thank you everyone for attending. Thank you so much for your precious time. We look forward to bring more and more good pre-IPO opportunities for you. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much, Dhruv, for your information.
Yeah, thank you.